Welcome back, my friends, to Havre AC here in Football Manager 2017. We are here in the next to last episode of the season against Bordeaux. As you can see, we are fifth in the table. PSG have successfully won the Coupe de la Liga in 2019, which means that the Euro currently, based on where they are in the table and the fact that they have also sewn up League One, that they are going to the Champions League group stage. So, by the way the league works, the Europa League spot from the Coupe de la Liga drops now to fifth place, and I did figure out that that is a third round qualifying spot. So, um, the way the places will shake out is 1 and 2 go to the group stage of the Champions League, 3 goes to the best placed playoff, 4 goes to the Europa League group stage, and then depending on who wins the Coupe de France and the Coupe de la Liga, positions 5 and 6 will go to the third qualifying round of the Europa League. So right now, we're in pretty good space. It's hard to believe that one of these guys isn't going to win the Coupe de France, but right now we are in good spot based on goal differential to get into the third qualifying round of the Europa League, which you will see financially is what we sort of need. Our base income covers the running cost of the company or the club. This is basically transfer budget beating on that. So we'll have to see how this is. We have to fight to stay where we're at and get where we need to be, but we will keep on fighting. As you can see, so we played Guingamp last time and got just beaten to pieces. It's been a little bit of a rough run. The run in, I guess, the form isn't totally inconsistent, I guess. We had a home draw against Stade Bressois 29. We drew 2-2 in just a miserably hard-fought match. We went up 2-0, gave away a lead late. We did have a good away game at Nice on that and beat them 3-0 in that one. Nancy-Lorraine, we won 2-1. We went down right away and then had to fight back on that one. Unfortunately, we got beat 3-0 at Bastia, and then we lost at home to Lille. Again, just disappointing that we gave up a lot, gave up at home on that one, and then we had a 0-0 draw against Nantes. So PS, closing out, we're home against Bordeaux, mid-table. I don't anticipate we're going to win the PSG game. Lorient is winnable. Stade Rennais is going to be probably the defining game for who finishes where in 5 or 6, and then we've got Red Star game we need to win, Montpellier game we need to win, and then Lyon would be the one to see if we could potentially sneak into the group stage slot for the Europa League, I think. But some interesting games nonetheless coming up. But we are against Bordeaux today. So what's going on? Jan Mabella is our 1 and 2 guy here. So he's 15 goals in 29 appearances. Again, we're picking up goals from a bunch of different places. Let me just filter that out. So we are picking up goals from a lot of different places. Assists, again, we're picking up goals or assists from a lot of different places. We are very right and center centric, though, in the tactic. Jordan Nikoko has just been a beast. Unfortunately, Formos Mendy is out for another week. We did get our keeper, so Thomas Didion went down with an injury for a couple of games. He is now back. Overall, if you look, the club is finally relatively healthy. We have a couple of guys who are working their way back to full match fitness. We had to bring in an emergency goalkeeper from the reserve side, Ortwin Diouf. He actually played relatively well, all things considered. So he had 2 appearances and a shutout in League One. So he played against Nancy-Lorraine. Not the greatest guy in the world. I don't think he's somebody we're going to keep around, but in a pinch and an emergency, I did screw up, and unfortunately we transferred a goalkeeper. I thought the Joker window was open for the one French player from a French side. Unfortunately, it doesn't appear that the Joker window is open in the spring. So I got another goddamn goalkeeper coming in in the summer. So we're gonna work on moving We're gonna work on moving a couple of the goalkeepers out since I have like 5, and I don't need that many. So kind of a screw up on my part. We'll probably keep the new guy since he is not half bad, and work on getting Reefy and Jordan Farry out of the mix on that one. But otherwise, I think that is hardly true. We have there we go. We're at the Stade d'Ocean. We're at home. I've been experimenting with this 4-3-3 that has actually been relatively interesting. We've had some positive results. I'm trying to break it up, so my fear is that the AI, as I get deeper into the season, is very much so aware of what I'm trying to do, and just perfectly counters me game in and game out. So what I tried to do, given that we're really set up for a narrow tactic, I don't really have the option for a lot of various different width and those kind of things. Although I do have a few more guys off injury, so it may be something we could pull off. But another day. We don't have a tremendous amount to do them with, so I pulled a 4-3-3 narrow out as well. This really overloads their defense and forces them to pile a lot more guys in the back because with this setup, we actually bring 5, 6, 7 guys to bear in their box when we're moving forward. So we do have some exposure, and a lot of teams have started going sort of through ball on us, which is why, or trying to go over the top to strikers hanging out on the back foot, which is why we're dropping these guys a little deeper in coverage. But we do force them to play back quite a bit because I am overloading their their defense. So we are going to go at it with this one today. Yeah, I don't. No, I don't. Oh, technically, I would fall out of the Europa places because the Coupe de France hasn't. Yeah, as you can see, so they've got 5 in the back. Although they're going to try and push they got wingbacks trying to push them. Interesting, but they've got you can see that this core has got to stay back. So we're going to go at them and see what we can do. So hopefully this is less uninspired than the last one, and we actually win because we're at a point in the season where our ability to continue to win means sort of everything. To say the least, it means everything. And Europe is really we really do need to. We really do need to get into Europe. It financially means a huge deal to us. But I think it's that next plateau. The Europa League is really that next level that we need to start achieving in order to sort of make good on what we're doing. I still think we're in good enough shape that we don't have to go out and recruit a lot. We'll have to replace guys that we lose in the summer, but I think we're going to end up flushing a bunch of lower guys out. So I think we should be in pretty good. Ooh, Saint Etienne. We should be in pretty good shape to not have to go and splash a lot of cash in the summer. So hopefully, financially, we can sort of settle ourselves out a little bit with what's going on those fronts, to say the least. Oop, I apologize. My phone's sort of going bonkers over here. That we can kind of settle the club out financially next season. That we've made a little bit of a gamble to get where we're at and to wow, we're just dominating the game so far. To try and go after Europe, and I think we'll make good on it this season. So as long as we're making good on it, then we should be in good shape for next season. Wow, Saint Etienne is getting beaten into the dirt. Good. We're gonna sub Mabella out there. Everybody else is pretty pretty good so far. So not a bad deal. We're in pretty good shape. Uh, Come on, let's go. Ikoko, we've had some fantastic pickups. We've had some bums. Don't get me wrong. We certainly haven't. Um, we certainly haven't batted 1,000 on pickups and guys coming good. Niakate hasn't been as good as I'd hoped, but Pellinard behind him has actually been quite serviceable. But Blinn has been really quite solid. Remy Walter is filling in pretty nicely. I'm struggling a little bit with the attacking center mid population between Daniel Indy and Forres, the new guy that we had picked up. A little bit of struggle in the center back space, but overall, I think we're coming out more often than not. We're coming out better than not, which is good. But we're still struggling in some spots, and of course, yeah, and I expect that kind of stuff from a 19-year-old striker. Enzo, get Brahim. Yeah, Kanate hasn't quite panned out as consistently as he did before. We're gonna do. I'm gonna bring in him for Gaetan, and then flick the. We're gonna pause and go to the tactics screen here. So Indy, Ambrose, you're a poacher. You're my attacking advanced playmaker. And now let's do what we can here with this particular formation drop. Hopefully we've got a goal in us late. I've been oh Enzo, nicely done. That was pretty. We I've struggled a little bit with creative players and how to stick creativity into the side and keeping roles more, less creative and just more sort of functional, I guess is the right word for it. Sort of that box to box ball winning, that physical getting a job done pieces in there. Wow, Ambrose, nicely done. Keeper was definitely blinded by what was going on there. So a nice job puts us up with 30 to go. 1-0 here, but this is a biggie for us. But so how to slot the creativity in has been a complicated. Oh, get out of there, Baptiste. Has been a little more complicated, and I've struggled a bit with it. I don't quite know. I haven't quite figured out how I wanted to integrate and fit in with the side and how I wanted all the work. I'm also fairly reluctant to use a lot of or to use almost any individual player instructions. And Blinn's a little short, I think. But I'm trying to think ahead to next season to figure out, are those the kind of tweaks that are going to help, because we still struggle on the road, and if we go to the Europa League, we're going to have to go play 2 legs to get in if we're stuck in the third qualifying round. If we go group stage, we got to go play everybody on the road. So we're going to go play 4 road games. I'm not as concerned about playing at home. I think, I think we'll be in okay shape at home. We should be able to do some, we should be able to win a couple of them, depending on, draws and all that good fun stuff. But no, 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 no. But the road really does make me nervous. So I'm trying to experiment with things that let us play on the road. Um, I haven't quite found the formula. Wow, they are certainly coming at us. We're gonna go into the 4-2-2 here, the 4-4-2, and let's drop these guys back off a little bit here. We're gonna just drop guys back off for the last 10 minutes because they are clearly coming to get us. Wow, they are really coming to get us. Well, let's see if we can pull this off. Yeah. There we go. A nice 1-0 victory at the Stade. Yeah, you can't think anything good, but I'm going to say well done. From the Stade Océan. Ooh. As we take advantage of a Saint Etienne loss. Wow, they got manhandled by Caen 3-0. Um, let's see. Anybody else in the? Nah, nothing else around us. So we take advantage. Stade Rennais. Yeah, even if they pop up, they can't get it. They can't beat us on goal differential, so they'll tie us on points. So we are currently sitting in the group stage entry point. So a nice place to be on that. So from the schedule perspective, I will see you guys back here for Olympic Lyon, and hopefully we are solidly in the Europa League at that point, be it either third qualifying round, or I would love to be the team that goes into the group stage. So we will see what is going on there. But until next time, guys, do remember to leave a like on the video if you like what's going on. Smash the subscribe button if you aren't a subscriber to the channel so you can enjoy being notified of when this content's coming out. Remember, we are 3 days a week. If things start to get more interesting in the series, maybe I'll see if I can pick it up to 5. But right now, 3 seems to work well within my schedule and how I can record and all that. But if you'd like to see more, let me know, and I'll see what I can do. But until then, guys, I will see you all soon. So